Peace, peace and universal love, peace and black power, peace and human power. Peace is all I can tell you. Um, Thank you for tuning in to Bastet, um, Sheeta City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News, um, where the revolution will be televised. I'm trying to learn this system, trying to learn how to um, actually conduct live streams and things of that nature. So, um, y'all bear with me. But I just want to come on today and, um, once again to play around with this system and try to, see what it is that I need to do. I'm still having an extremely hard time. I don't um, understand how to put my my camera on. Like, I don't know what's going on with that, but at any rate, this is just this is a stream test with me going live to see how to do this stuff. So, wanted to come to you today and talk about that thing, that thing. Y'all know that thing, yeah, that thing. Um, you know, um, Let me put my disclaimer up. This video is for educational purposes and educational purposes only. Um, all facts, thoughts, and opinions disseminated on this channel is protected by the First Amendment right to the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, and the freedom of press. So there's nothing that I am saying inside of here um, that is illegal and or unlawful. Um, I have the right as a watchdog news reporting agency to report the long train of abuses committed by government representatives and things of that nature. So this is definitely protected by the freedom of speech and YouTube. I'm not doing anything that goes against the grain of the community guidelines. So this is being made known that this is a news channel, and we serve as a watchdog news reporting agency. And so, once again, we have the freedom of the rights to the freedom of speech, the rights to the freedom of press. There's nothing that I am any information that I'm bringing is not libelous, slanderous, or it does not defame the reputation, under false premises of government. So if there are any, strikes or anything on this channel, then I'll just definitely know that that's because YouTube is a part of hate crime and racism against black people, and they're trying to silence us, and we can no longer be silenced. I can no longer be silenced. So that being said, I just wanted people to know, especially black people, as it relates to that thing. I would like for you to take a look at the Center for Disease Control. Take a look at their website. And if you can take a look at the ingredients that are placed inside of that thing, you'll find that some of the ingredients are actually banned by the FDA. There are chemicals inside of there that are no good and that are very harsh and detrimental to human health. So, I have to definitely raise awareness on that. In addition to that, I ask that you guys look at Larab and it's go to https www.lareb.nl, and I believe it's .com. If you can take a look at that at that site, and you can follow the reported deaths, the deaths that have been reported after the distribution and receipt of the Thang, by people. I want you to look at the side effects that also play a key role, inside of that thing, like thrombosis, with thrombocytopenia syndrome. That's one of the possible side effects of these things, and they're not reporting this stuff. And so you need to understand what thrombosis is, take a look at thrombosis, some of the other common side effects that are enlisted on Larab's. And Larab is, I guess, an agency in the UK that the hospitals and individual patients are reporting information to. So, according to Larab, it says that the common side effects, it says that a total of 841,743 suspected adverse reactions have now been reported with Larab. The most commonly reported side effects are fatigue, which was in the amount of 85,404. People with headaches, 84,455. People not feeling well. And so that's pretty broad. You don't know. What is actually not feeling well, but 83,394 cases for that. Myalgia, 78,073 cases. Chills, 62,285. Pain at the puncture site, 53,078. Fever, 46,235. Nausea, 44,588. Joint pain, 42,545. And then swelling at the puncture site, 21,206. So those are some pretty significant numbers. The myalgia is a very serious adverse effect that can cause death. Fever is a very serious adverse effect that can cause death, because the body, depending on the individual's body and whether or not their immune system is all the way shut down. If you have no strength inside the immune system, then it's a little bit hard, for the adaptive immunity system to start taking place and to fight the viral pathogens. So, just wanted to definitely talk about some things that they're not talking about. Another thing that has been reported is that there's been a summary of reported adverse reactions, and these adverse reactions have been associated with systemic organs inside the human body. So it's been reported that about 7,670 people have had respiratory system and chest issue. Concerns. Blood and lymphatic system is 44,000 or 4,409. Blood vessels into the 2,000s. Heart, 3,000. The skin, 7,000. Infections and parasitic diseases, 3,258 cases. Gastrointestinal tract, 29,101 cases. These are some numbers that are really, really serious. It impacts the reproductive system and the breast, the nervous system. And I'm just, definitely just asking that, we educate ourselves, that we educate ourselves, and, we must turn to nature. At a time like this, there has been studies that have said that during this thing, that essential oils are effective tools, um, therapeutic wise, to use with um, calming calming the body and helping to fight. So essential oils come from plants, and they come from the organs of the plants. And essential oils um, are the life force of plants, if that makes any sense. It helps to protect it, and once again, it comes from the organs. So the human body is flesh is made like grass, and so plants and trees obviously are our ancestors, and you can find the resemblance inside of the body. When you look at your lungs, your lungs look like an upside down trunk with tree branches on it. you know um and so you have the tree of life, and the branches of life, and that's who we are. You understand? We are the tree of life. And so if you're looking for a physical tree of life to show up, voila, just look at yourself. We are manifestation. We are the manifestation of God's creation. And we are the tree of life. So the human body has um, two sides to it. The brain, there's two sides. There's the left side, there's a right side. The lungs, you have a left side, you have a right side. And these are things that we need to know to understand who we are. And so um, turning to Revelations 22:2, where it says that the leaves thereof shall be the healing for the nations. So we have to understand that it is the plant life that was given to us to feed us and to protect us. And so when we understand how plants have to survive through the harshest of environments, and that they still make it and stand through the test of times. And so it is to the plants that we must return. It is to nature that we must return. And essential oils are vital. Essential oils and herbs are very good with building the immune system and building and strengthening the immune system. Essential oils carry an electromagnetic field. So it is electricity, and they work like ASAP, and it deals with the olfactory system, which has a direct correlation with the respiratory system. So that's things that we need to definitely know. Uh, Things that we need to know. Things that we all need to know. And the olfactory system is responsible, for the breath of life. And that's where, remember, life was breathed through the nostrils. So the nostrils are key to our survival. The hairs that appear inside the nostril are there to serve as um, tracking fibers, for pathogens. And, it traps it up, and it's supposed to do what it needs to do, to go ahead and push stuff out the way. And sometimes you can't always do that, because if you're damaged inside of your olfactory system, if there's damages inside of there, then you can't heal. So, with that being said, all of that stuff is reversible. It's definitely reversible. You can use things like eucalyptus essential oil, and eucalyptus essential oil will it works directly with the respiratory system. It helps to push toxins out of the lungs, as well as um, helping to remove phlegm and bad mucus. And that's just one thing. Eucalyptus, frankincense essential oil delivers 28% oxygen to the lungs. It's just amazing, and everyone knows about frankincense. Frankincense and myrrh were two of the aromatic um, essential oils in the Bible that was taken to Jesus. So frankincense has been around for quite a long time. Myrrh's been around for quite a long time too, and they're both relatives. They're cousins. So They come from trees, the resin from the trees, and you pull it out of the root. And so that's a very great um, um, system for protection. So essential oils are valuable. They're valuable. At a time during like this, you can take uh, if you find yourself being congested, or having difficulty breathing and things of that nature, you can do what is called steamed aromatherapy. And you can take your like a couple of drops of eucalyptus essential oil, and you can put it a boiling pot of water on the stove, and drop you a couple of drops of essential oils inside of there, and put your head over it with a towel over your head, and then you take in, you breathe in the steam from the pot, and then it'll just start pulling out some stuff like ASAP. It really works on the respiratory system quickly, very very quickly. So you can keep your head held over the pot, as long as you can actually bear, and take it in, so um, people are not talking about that, because essential oils is something that is very rare, to us, and the Western society knows. I ain't gonna say they don't know anything about it, because some bitches do. They do. I have um, research that I have been able to find from the 1800s, and it's called the United States vegetable drugs, and it tells you of all the things and all vegetables and plants that were used as drugs. So America is aware. They're aware of the benefits of what plants, of the healing that plants can do. Hippocrates, in fact, the father of Western medicine, he was an avid distributor of herbs. He used herbs, not chemicals. And in fact, his oath, the doctor's or the physician's oath, clearly says that you should not use drugs. You know what I'm saying? That you should not use drugs. And so the United States just capitalized on stuff. They used black people as guinea pigs. That's exactly what the hell we are. They've used us as guinea pigs so that they can get rich. And that's what's been happening. And that's real talk. These people have been in operation since about the 1800s. And I'd like to say, like, the American Medical Association. So, they have all of these wonderful universities, the Rothschild University up inside of New York, and you got these organizations, the WHO organization, the World Health Organization. All these folks are aware. All these folks are aware. They're coming in, and they're using these what do you want to call them? I like to call them a biological warfare agent. That's what I like to call a lot of this stuff that they're putting out here. Biological warfare agents. So you're not supposed to be, according to laws within the United States, you're not supposed to use even. You're not even supposed to use live viruses to create medication. And that Thang is created with a live virus. That virus is supposed to be a replica of, and they can't. Some folks can say it ain't created with a live virus, and I'd like to say I beg to goddamn differ, because the only way you can tell whether something does work is that you have to emulate the thing within itself. And so, in order for you to tell whether or not the stuff is working, you have to emulate the virus. And so, the virus has to be made live inside of your body to even determine whether or not you're going to be able to fight it off or have some type of adverse reaction to it. So that being said, they're lying about a lot of stuff. But in addition to that, um, you know the adaptive immunity system is housed within the cytosol. So you have cells inside of your body, and even your um, smooth muscles have its own cytoplasm system, and your mitochondrial has its own mRNA. It has its own what do you want to call that? Um, oh shit! I messed around um, and forgot things that I'm saying. I'm talking about so much, but it has um, its own system. Mitochondria is the life force of the human body. It's the life force of the human body. Mitochondria is responsible for, you know, um, the energy production and distribution throughout the body as it relates to you digesting your food. The mitochondria is inside of the gastrointestinal tract. You have a mitochondria around your lungs. You have it, just all around. So, I just wanted to get up here and just, talk a little bit, just talk a little bit. This is a stream test. Bastet is trying to figure out how to do what it is that I'm trying to do, you know. So that being said, there will be more information coming. Um, I just wanted to reach out and let y'all know that we got to open our eyes up. It's time. You got some folks out here that's pushing stuff like this. I think what's his name, Ankh, brother Ankh over there by Sinetta TV. I'd love to have an opportunity to debate with brother Ankh. Because he's pushing this pseudoscience shit, whatever that is, and I just want to let him know that scientists are what you consider pseudo, because pseudo actually started for chiropractors. They didn't believe that chiropractors were true doctors and that you can actually heal the body through the spinal cord and through the spine and things of that nature. So that's where the pseudo came in at, and stuff is foreign to the United States. So anything that the United States is not in agreement with, or anything that the scientists are not in agreement with from a natural standpoint, they want to call it pseudo. But in actuality, the goddamn scientists are pseudo. And that's real talk, because they have to study, and they have to study nature just to even understand what it is that's going on. They have to study nature. And they've been doing this for the longest. We all know that. They've been doing this for the longest. Like real talk. They've been doing this for the longest. And so it's critical that we learn how to open up our minds, and realize and accept the truth. We have to be unbiased. We're so used to, if you're not, if you don't have these, alphabetic letters behind you, i.e., a PhD and all of that stuff, what you're talking, is nonsense, and that you don't know anything. And that's the same thing that they said about Dr. Sebi. They say because he was self-taught. However, I can guarantee you that everything it is Dr. Sebi said, as it relates to him using the things that he's used to help cure AIDS, cancer, and all of that other stuff. It bears witness of truth. It bears witness of truth. And in fact, you can go to Dr. Sebi's former business partner's website, and I think it's called Green Herbal Counseling or something like that. And she clearly tells you on her website that the formulas that she used cures diabetes, obesity, cancer, I believe erectile dysfunction, HIV, and so forth. So, there's no such thing as this stuff doesn't work. The plants are they're viral protectors. Sea moss is it's antiviral. Elderberry is antiviral. Um, Clove, antiviral. Eucalyptus, antiviral. Aloe vera, antiviral. So there's a lot of antiviral, natural antiviral um, mechanisms out here that one could use to help themselves heal. So, that being said, like I said, this is for educational purposes. And once again, um, the truth and the facts that are brought and disseminated on this channel are all expressed under the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of association. We have constitutional rights. I have the right. I have the right. And so anything that comes against this, then it's because folks are trying to keep us silent. They're trying to keep us silent. So that being said, I thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for listening to this stream test. And I ask that you just bear with me. Be patient as I try to figure out this stuff so that I can let y'all, see me, at some point in time. And I don't want you to be thinking that I'm all over here like this robot and stuff. So um, I'm just getting it in, y'all. Just getting it in. Trying this live stream, trying to get it together. More will be coming. So once again, thank you for stopping by Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News, where the revolution will be televised. And please continue to follow me. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel, Bastet City, Sheeta City Watchers Black News on YouTube. And be on the lookout for more stuff to come as I begin 2022 with bringing the truth along with so many other people out here, who are talking about the truth, and I appreciate them. Appreciate them because we need so many more of us out here. Alrighty, well, peace, love, and power. I wish you all a blessed day, and I um, pray that we all remain healthy and that we're protected. So I'll talk to you shortly. Peace, love, and peace and universal love.